Once again. There's some interesting things going on. Talk about for just a second here. If you don't mind. Sure. So what we're going to do now is it's funny when the left starts finally calling out the crap. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really happy that they're finally even, you got to call a spade sometimes. And right now, Biden is a turd. He screwed up our country real bad in a year. For all the shit y'all gave Trump 4 years, this guy's came in and made it. Come on, like, you got to hear the numbers. Like, how can you even be denying it at this point when even the leftist media, mainstream media, is telling you so? Well, let's go ahead and check this out. So here we got Biden. Analysis of a grim portrait of Biden's unhappy America. Biden often says America's best days are ahead. It just doesn't feel that way right now. The nation exhausted by a 2-year pandemic, struggling against rising food and gas prices, driven to a distraction by school closures, and torn apart from political schism that erupted into violence, is far from at ease with itself. Since the turmoil was captured in a new CNN, SSRS poll released Thursday that showed waning faith in U.S. elections, and found that nearly 60% of Americans who disapprove of how Biden is handling his presidency were unable to name one single thing they like that he's done. He's not Donald Trump. That's pretty much it. That's funny. Anyway, poor guy. Now I don't feel sorry for any of y'all one bit, man. I really don't. As y'all have done this to us. Yeah, it's bad. It's hold on 1 second. We will pull up what we're gonna do. Some videos I want y'all to check out. Just got to go ahead and pull them in here. But we'll go ahead and pull them up, bro. You like? Here we go. No. All right, guys. Somebody asked me about this earlier today. So we're going to go ahead and discuss this and look at this real quick.
The White House says that it does not support using taxpayer dollars to hand out crack pipes. That after a report that so-called safe smoking kits for drug users could include the pipes. Jackie Heinrich drilling down on this at the White House news briefing just moments ago. Joins us reporting live. Hi, Jackie.
Hey there, Martha. Yeah, Health and Human Services first responded to these reports by calling them misinformation, but they didn't outline exactly what part of the report was wrong.
Yes, because it was on CNN when I saw it.
Secretary Jen Psaki made very clear
they're so full of shit, man.
On crack pipes in safe smoking kits.
Were they never a part of the kit, or were they removed in response to this reporting and this pushback?
They were never part of the kit. It was inaccurate reporting, and we put out information to make it.
What is in the safe smoking kit?
The safe smoking kit may contain alcohol swabs, lip balm, other materials to promote hygiene and reduce the transmission of diseases like HIV and hepatitis.
So, White House outlining there what will be in a safe smoking kit. They would not,
That's crazy.
however, speak to me
Crazy,
about
crazy.
safe injection sites and whether there is a push from the White House for the DOJ to do what they're doing now, which is reevaluate whether or not they will oppose safe injection sites. They have for years, but the Biden Justice Department said that they were now reevaluating that policy. I asked, with these two things, you've got safe injection sites and then safe smoking kits, what do you say to people who wonder if the Biden administration is somehow encouraging illegal drug use? Jen Psaki's answer to me was, this is a very serious matter. You have overdose deaths becoming a real problem in this country, and it's not something that should be
you
played,
just not realizing that?
that should be used as a political football.
Wow.
And she also pushed for bipartisan track to move forward to address the opioid crisis. Martha.
Interesting. Well, there have been a lot of mixed studies on whether or not safe injection sites actually do help to achieve those goals. So it would be interesting to know how they're evaluating it and whether or not it's an expedient use of taxpayer dollars and whether or not it does really help the common good in order to carry out these kinds of programs before they start rolling them out. So we'll see where it goes after that evaluation. Jackie, thank you very much. Great to have you with us as always.
Thanks.
This is very interesting how they.
Inflation is up.
Here we go. Here's the other one.
And coming from a family when the price of gas went up, you felt it in the household. You knew what it was like. It matters. But the fact is that if we are able to do the things I'm talking about here, it'll bring down the cost for average families. Bring down the cost for average families. I don't know why they keep moving all that, but the fact is they keep down the cost for average families. And look, the fact is that we're in a situation now where...
What's the fact? What's the fact? You keep saying
we should have peace of mind. I know food prices are up, and we're working to bring them down. As I said, I grew up in a family where the price at the pump went up, you felt it, and I understand. But these things are necessities. We're working to bring down prices where they're not totally what the family...
Yeah, they had to cut him off. He don't even know what he's saying anymore. Like, guys,
inflation is up.
Yeah, that's the best. That's what you say. Like,
3, 2.
I don't get it, man. Like, I don't get it. There was something else that I wanted to touch on.
And the latest updates on the stimulus package. Let's get into it as we have new information hot off the wire. Hey everyone, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video, as information is changing very rapidly during this time, and this channel is your one-stop shop for all of the latest updates that you need to know about during this time, as well as my commitment and my dedication to each and every one of you, as well as this community as a whole, to bring you honest, accurate, reliable, and transparent information every single day as it is being released, just like what we're going to talk about right here in this video. So, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it, and I promise you I'll be here for you every single day going forward. I've drawn this line in the sand, basically saying October 31st, Halloween, do.
Okay, I'm sorry, this is not the right video.
Billie Eilish responds after...
Now it's 6 on your ABC 27 News at 6. We are taking a live look over Florida's capital as the state Supreme Court denied Governor DeSantis' request for opinion on the proposed redistricting map.
It's a big deal, and I was glad that the Supreme Court did not get involved in politics. That's not what they're supposed to do. And this district was decided back in conjunction with the Voting Rights Act and failed district, the constitutional amendment that was statewide. And I think I already knew about it.
That's Congressman Al Lawson. He's the representative of District 5 and the center of this debate. ABC 27's Micah Cho explains what this decision means from the Supreme Court and what it ultimately means for that district.
The Supreme Court wanted more information on what this would do to other districts in Florida, not just District 5, and they wanted more testimony and information from the governor's office.
You know, it's not doing him any good to continue to fight, but it's never over. And so, you know, we just always be ready Like I said, if he wants to engage and want to have a fight, we'd be ready to fight with him.
One major roadblock in Governor DeSantis seeking a legal opinion from the Florida Supreme Court on breaking up Congressional District 5 that connects communities like Gaston County to Duval County. A lack of evidence and information, says Attorney Don Pumphrey of Tallahassee.
So under Article 4, Section 1C of the Florida Constitution, the Supreme Court did have authority and discretion in order to issue an opinion. However, in this particular case, they declined.
Governor DeSantis wrote to the Supreme Court about the legality of breaking up District 5, which has around 345,000 Black or African Americans living in the district, according to Data USA. The move would have broken up Lawson's district into 3 separate districts. Congressman Lawson says the move by the governor's office could have taken Black representation away from minorities in North Florida.
This district was decided back in conjunction with the Voting Rights Act and failed district, the constitutional amendment that was statewide. And I think they already knew about it.
Evan Power of the Leon County GOP agrees with the Florida Supreme Court's decision, but says the issue could possibly still be looked at by the court.
The Supreme Court of the United States has said that the Voting Rights Act doesn't apply in that manner. So I think the Supreme Court will take a full, or the Florida Supreme Court will take a full look at it when it comes time.
The governor's office sent a statement to ABC 27 saying, in part, while we were hopeful the Supreme Court would provide clarity to legal questions surrounding the maps that are under consideration, we agree with the court's opinion that there are important issues that must be addressed quickly. DeSantis' team also said in a statement that they look forward to working with the legislator to finalize a new congressional map for the 2022 election. For now, in Tallahassee, Mike Cho, ABC 27.
So, again, I don't really know what the takeaway was there. Here we go. Let's listen to what Mr. Fatty Carl has to say real quick. Probably good.
Part of what she said in that same interview back in January. It's a sort of an all-purpose interview. She said, it's time for us to do what we have been doing. And that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree that there are things and tools that are available to us to slow this thing down. She can just recycle the same thing. Just go to Munich and tell everybody, we've got tools and things that will allow us to slow this thing down. I don't know what the White House is thinking by doing this. This is a vital moment, and rather than sending the Secretary of Defense or the Secretary of State, they're sending the Vice President who has miffed on everything that she has been given as a responsibility in this administration.
Miffed, Carl, is about the nicest way to put it. She has jammed up. She's made a laughing stock of her own damn self, and I'm kind of glad. Anyway, I am out of here, guys. We'll see you next time right here.